Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? All right, as you know, today is Friday. We have last lesson as a science lesson. We started with a new unit, new chapter called uh, sorting and using materials, which we have already started on, learning about new materials and materials which we use every day. All right. Now, let's start with page number 22. Open up your student book, not the workbook, but the student book, page number 22. As you can see, we will do the reading on page number 22 and 23, and I will go through with you and I will explain you what is written here and what you should understand and learn about materials in year 1. As you proceed to year 2, year 3 and year 4, you will learn more about deeply about materials and how are you can combine two metals and all that. But for the basic, I'm going to start with basic materials. All right. So after that, after this lesson, for your homework today, you will be copying vocabulary. That's the glossary. Okay. So I have already written here, just to brief you out. In your science exercise book later, you will draw a blue line. Okay. Then you will write Friday and today's date, that is 16th October 2020. Please write the complete date and please write neatly. Use a pointed pencil. Now, first, the heading has to be written in between the first 4 lines. Why? Because there is no enough space in between the day and the date in your exercise book. So always write neatly on the first row, that is first 4 lines, the heading, then underline with blue. Then start writing the serial number, then write the word and the meaning of the word. Okay, absorbent. What do you mean by absorbent? Absorbent means it soaks up liquids. Like for example, sponge is an absorbent. The property of sponge is it absorbs water. If there is if you spill water, all right, and if you quickly grab a piece of sponge, if we were in class, I would have shown you the examples. We would have done it together, but you can even do it at home. You can just grab a small piece of sponge. All right. Most of the times you can find a sponge with the scrubby part on it, where in your dishwasher area where your mom washes the dishes. Okay, so what happens is you need to spill a little bit of water on the floor and then you put the sponge over it, put it on top of that water. You will see it sucks in the water, it takes in the water and it holds. Not see, the sponge cannot hold a lot of water. It can hold only how much, the capacity, how thick the sponge is, the capacity of the sponge. All right, so every word here given, all right, is with the meaning. What does that word means? Okay, so like this you have 11 points, so you will be copying this and submitting only by Monday. So there are only 11 points. When you are in class, you are able to do it in 2 lessons, and I'm sure at home as well, if you focus, you can finish it. All right, there are only small points, 11 points, which you have to finish and submit for marking. Okay, upload only the vocabulary page. Okay, you don't have to upload any other pages other than the work given. Then let's start back with page number 22. The heading says, what's it like? So you will be learning what it's like, things to learn, what a material is. You have to learn about a material, what a material is, which things are called as materials, which things falls under the category of materials. Using to explore materials. So you will explore about the materials. What are the properties? What does that material really do, and how does it help you in a daily life? Okay, use your sensors. So which out of 5 senses, which senses helps you to understand the material better? We will even learn that. Okay, now read with me. Pointer's finger. Which one? You have 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, hearing and sight. Which do you use to explore materials? Now, to explore a material, five out of five that senses, that is touch, smell, hear, sight and taste. Which senses do you think you can use when you take a material? Now look, now try to understand. There is a spoon, alright, a metal spoon. Okay, so first sense is you look at it, second sense is you hold it, then you can make it out which material it is. So sight and touch are the two for now. Sight and touch are the two senses for now. Then there is one more sense, that is called taste. That is called taste. Can you taste the material? Can you taste the material? No, you can't taste the material. Can you taste the material? Can you lick a plastic and see whether the plastic tastes sweet or the wood tastes sour? Can you taste? No, okay. So which one do you think? If it is not taste, which one do you think would be? Try. You have 3 senses left: smell, hear or taste. So which sense can you use to explore the material? 2 I gave you. One is touch, the other one is sight. By seeing a material, whether it's a wood, plastic or a paper or a sponge or a glass, when you see, you come to know. Next is when you touch. When you cannot see but you can feel it, when you can touch it. There is another sense which you can make it out. But not 100% like this too. But there is a way to find out. Which one do you think? I think taste. Can you taste? No. You can't taste. Then which one is it? Smell? Do you smell the materials? Do you go and smell your tables, chairs, doors? No. By hearing. By hearing. The third sense is by hearing. Now when you drop a rubber ball or a metal spoon or a plastic spoon, you can hear the sound is different. When it bounces on the hard surface, it gives a different sound and it gives you an idea what kind of material it is. Whether a plastic spoon has dropped or a metal spoon has dropped or a wooden spoon has dropped. Okay, so with the hearing as well you can make out. So these 3 senses. Now I want you to circle. What will you circle? The picture of an eye. Circle the picture of an eye because it is sight. Circle the picture of a hand. Okay, and circle the picture of a ear. Okay, what you're going to do at the bottom, you have to circle them. You can see here the pictures given: tongue, feet, nose, ear, hand and eye. I want you to circle the eye, circle the ear and circle the hand. Okay, so these are the 3 senses which help us to explore the materials better. Now let's read in the blue cloud. I wonder what are the rarest materials? Okay, now our earth, our mother earth has lots of components. Okay, as you grow to year 2, year 3 and year 4, you will know more about it, but for now basic is where the gold is the rarest material, which is the easy one I'm giving you. There are many materials which are rare to find. Okay, but those names are not going to be very familiar to you, but when I say gold, you will understand it because you have seen your parents, especially your mom, wearing gold earrings or gold bangles, or you know, something related to gold. Even you might be wearing it. Okay, so gold is the rarest. Gold is the rarest, one of the rarest materials, okay, of earth. You find it in the underground, in the earth. It's a metal kind of a thing, like how you have steel, how you have iron, like that. It is gold, but this one is very expensive. It's difficult to find. It's the rarest. You cannot find everywhere. So that's the reason it is very rare. So gold is the rarest material. Okay. Now let's read. What words describe materials? Soft, shiny, and hard are some. Okay. If you remember, we learned about texture when we were doing our senses. Remember? Okay, when we did our senses, we learned about feel, texture. What are the textures? How do you explain? How do you describe a material? So, for example, slime. You all know what's a slime, right? It's smooth, it's stretchy, it's sticky, gluey, right? It glues, it sticks. Okay. These are the description of a slime. Okay. Then, if I say, describe me how when you touch an egg, how do you feel it? It's smooth. Okay, it's not rough. It's smooth and hard. Correct? Okay. When I ask you to describe a twig, a branch of a tree, it's rough. When you rub your hand over it, it gives you a rough feeling, a bumpy feeling. Remember, I've explained you earlier also in the class how to use the textures, how to understand the textures. So now they are asking us to describe the words. How can we describe a metal? Which words can we use? To describe metals, we can use the word soft. Alright? We can use the word shiny. Like metal is shiny, gold is shiny. What else? Soft, shiny, hard. Okay, glass is hard. Smooth. The surface of the glass is smooth. Bendy. We can even say bend. Bendy. Okay. Stretchy. The rubber band. The rubber you can stretch. Alright. Sponge. You can squish. Squishy. Alright. So these are the some words which you can use to describe the materials. Now let's look at the right hand side of the book. You can see a hot water kettle and a cloth bag. Okay, fabric bag. What words describe these objects? What do you think these objects can be described as? The kettle, look at the surface. It's shiny. Yeah, it's smooth, shiny and hard. Whereas this cloth, okay, the cloth is not looking very smooth though. Alright, so we can say It's bendy. You can bend, you can turn it, you can twist it. Yeah, you can change it. You can change the shape of it. You can stretch it open. Then you can tie it. Okay, and it is not rough, but it is soft. It's not smooth, but it is soft. The cloth is soft and stretchy, okay, and bendy. Stretchy, bendy, and soft. These are the three words which I can describe it. If you can describe in a different word, most welcome. Let me know which it is. Okay, now let's read. Things to do. Close your eyes, feel an object. So when you have to do this, you have to close your eyes and then you have to feel the object. Please do not do cheating. Okay, can you tell what it is, what it is made of, what clues were there? Okay, so what you can do is you can play a game with your mom. You can take a paper bag or a bag, something like this, a cloth bag. All right, ask your mom to put some objects in it and not to let you know which object she has put in, and then you close your eyes, put your hand inside the bag and try to feel it and describe about the object to your mom and see whether she's able to whether you are able to guess it right or not, and she will tell you yes, it's right or not. Okay, now dig deeper, find out what materials are safe to taste. Okay, now which materials are safe to taste? Materials safe to taste. Okay, I've never heard people saying that wood tastes sweet. Does it? No, but the ice cream on the lolly stick, the wooden stick, the ice lolly, yeah, the ice cream on top really tastes sweet, but not the stick. So how do we know? How does the materials taste? I've never tasted any materials, but yes, I have felt a taste of metal because we use metal spoon. So there is a metally taste. You can feel a metallic taste. What you can feel? You can feel a metallic taste in your mouth. Not a plastic one. Okay, but plastic, yes. What happens is when you have a some new object made out of plastic and it has been packed, okay, for some time in a box, and then later when you remove it out and you use it, you can smell, when you taste, you can feel it in your mouth, the plasticky taste, isn't it? Have you ever experienced that? But I have, but I'm not sure about you. But the very common taste which I have tasted the material is metal, because we use a metal spoon. We use a what do we call it? Stainless steel. Okay, we use stainless steel spoons to eat our lunch and all, because it's better to use a metal spoon than a plastic spoon, because plastic cannot be disposed easily and it goes into the sea and they dispose it off into the sea and then it harms the sea creatures, right? So straws, plastic straws, plastic have bags, plastic, try not to use plastic, use reusable. What do you mean by reusable? Reusable means you can wash and reuse again, like your clothes, fabric. Is it you wear only once and then do you dispose it? No, you don't. You wash it and iron it and then you reuse it after 2-3 days again, right? Then shoes are reusable. Like that, metal spoons, glasses made out of glassware. Glasswares are made out of glasses. Material glass is reusable. Plastic, there are two types of plastics. There is a reusable plastic and there is a disposable plastic. It depends. Disposable ones are the one which you eat once and then you throw it. You use once and then you throw it. But reusable ones are like you wash it and keep it, like your snack box. like your water bottle. There are some use many uh, things. Still the people are there who use plastic water bottles. Like, have you seen my water bottle? It is a metallic one, it's not a plastic, or it's not a glass. It's made of metal, and it's a bronze. It's a bronze material. Okay, that is also a different kind of a metal. Name of a metal, it's called bronze or copper. Yeah. Okay, now let's get back to the reading part. Now read with me. And last blue box, did you know material is not just fabric or cloth? Okay, we have a habit of using the word material only for the clothes or the fabric, but material word is not only specifically used for clothes. It can be used for plastic, wood, sponge, or some other materials as well. Okay, like glass, rubber. So we are done with this. Let's go to page number 23. A lot of materials, things to learn, to name some materials, to describe some materials, to explore materials and sort them into groups. Okay, so you will learn the names of some materials, then you will learn how to describe those materials, and then to explore materials and sort them into groups. You will learn how to sort them into groups. First, you know the name of the material, then you know what are the properties of the material. According to that, you will learn how to sort out those materials. Okay, now let's read. This spoon is made of natural material, that is wood. Why do we say wood is a natural material? Because it comes from nature. The wooden spoon is carved from a wood, from a tree, which you chop it down and you bring it to factories. Then they carve it, like they make dining tables and doors, and leftover wood you can always use for cutleries, because cutleries are smaller in size. So spoons made of wood, the wooden spoons are called natural material. They are made of natural material, whereas plastic is not natural material. Plastic is a man-made material. Plastic is made out of oil, okay, which it's an old oil which they take it to the factories and they burn it, they heat it up to a certain temperature, okay, and then they turn it into that oil turns into a plastic. That's why we say it is not good to use plastic, because it's very toxic. Okay, it gives a lot of especially in the oven, microwave oven, you cannot use a Tupperware which is made of plastic. Okay, because when you heat up, the plastic starts, the molecules inside it starts to melt. Okay, and then it gets into your food, which makes your food dangerous to eat, little bit poisonous. Yeah, so always heat up your food. Try to heat up your food in a pan on the gas stove, which is safer. Okay, now natural or not, some materials are made by us, some are found in nature. Please listen carefully. Some materials are made by us. Us means human. Some are found in nature. Just now, as I told you, wood is a natural material. A wooden spoon is made from a natural material, that is wood. A plastic spoon is not natural, which just now I explained to you. What other materials can you name? There are so many other materials we can name, like wool. Wool is a natural material because it comes from nature. Nature, it is not growing on the tree, but it is a fur of an animal, like a sheep. Yeah, so it is the hair of the sheep. It's natural. Our hair is natural. Okay, this is not man-made. We did not make the hair. The God has made us with the hair on it, right? The same way the sheep has wool, the fur of the sheep. Yeah, when we take it off, they turn it into wool, and wool is a natural material. And fabric, cloth, comes out of cotton. cotton, we have plants of cotton, alright? From where we get the cotton, then it goes to the factories, then they make it into cloth by weaving it. Then glass. Glass is a natural material because glass is made out of sand, molten sand. When you heat up the sand in certain degree, the sand turns into glass, transparent and hard and see-through. Transparent means see-through, which you can see through. Remember I told you the window, the glass of the window is see-through because you can see what is happening on the other side of it, right? Now wooden door is not transparent, wooden door is not see-through. You cannot, when you close the wooden door, okay, you do not know what is happening outside or who is standing outside and knocking on it. But if you have a glass door or a glass window, you can see through who is standing outside, okay, on the other side of the door or the other side of the room, correct? So now let's read things to do. Look at some materials, sort them into two groups. What would you call them? Can you sort them in any other ways? So this activity we will do in our exercise book of sorting materials, okay? Now let's read in the red cloud. I wonder what is the most expensive material, and then they gave you a picture of this. How many of you know what is this? Yes, it's a diamond. It's a very, very rare and expensive material, okay? And you will find it in nature. It's a natural element. So this is a diamond. They cut out and they make it into this shape. They clean it, okay? So I will show you, I will share some videos with you in which it will explain you how things are being made and materials are being made, okay? Now let's read. Dig deeper, find out what is made of plastic. These days everything is made of plastic. Now you look at my marker, the outside of the marker, not the ink. I'm not speaking about the ink inside the what I write. This is an ink, okay? Not the ink, but the cap, the holder, is all made of plastic, correct? Now the magnet, look at this. There is a magnet inside, but the outside casing is made of plastic. You can make so many things out of plastic. You can make tables, chairs, water tumblers, containers, spoon, cutleries, plastic, what else? Your dining table cover on top you lay to make it look beautiful. Many people use plastic covers, few use cloth, and many, I think majority of people use plastic table covers. Then plastic, what else is plastic? Can anyone say? Anyone? Anything made of plastic? Don't say spoon, fork, we have already said that. Anything, think out of the box. Anything else made of plastic? Plastic bags, yes, correct. What else? Plastic. Okay, unfortunately I can't see you all and I'm seriously missing you all. I hope this MCO finishes very soon and I want to get back to our class where we can have an interactive lesson. Okay, so if you have given me the answer, fantastic. If not, then think of more, like toys are also made of plastic. Now the bags, papers, there are covers in which you can put in your paper to protect it from the water and other things. That is also made of plastic, like folders, your take-home bags, yeah? And what else is made of plastic? So I want you to look around in your house, things which are made of plastic, okay? All around the house. Can be your kitchen, your dining area, your living room, your bathroom, alright, your laundry area, your so many things. Even your cycle handles, our handle is made of metal, but the casing, the cover is made of plastic, correct? So now even your mom's phone casing, mostly people use phone casing in which you put the phone in the case. that is also made of plastic. Yeah, so there are many things which are made out of plastic. Now look at the bottom. They say, did you know glass is made with sand? Just now I shared this info with you, saying that glass is made out of molten sand. You melt the sand and you turn it into glass. That I will teach you with the video, with an interesting video I will share with you. Okay, all right, so we are done for today, right? So quickly get on with your vocabulary copying. Copy how many ever points you can. If you can finish all the points by today, fantastic. If you can't, it's okay. Don't pressurize yourself. Do it tomorrow, but do it neatly. Go bit by bit. Don't keep everything for tomorrow. Try to finish all your work before the weekend. All right. So because you are at home, you can get help from your mommy or your daddy or your grandparents and finish the work. Okay. Have a good, fantastic weekend ahead. Stay safe. Stay at home, and let's pray that we are back to school after a week. We have successfully finished 1 week. Let's pray hard to get back one more week, and then we are done. We come back to school. All right. Bye for now.